Every 6 months at Eden, we open up the farm and we invite everyone to come in for a tasting. So if you are inclined and you'd like to have some nice farm-to-table, organic, non-GMO food, please text us and I'll get you on the list to join that event. So what I will say is this. The language of business can be defined by one simple idea: opportunity. And right now what we're going to discuss this evening is an opportunity that hasn't presented itself for over 500 years. It is not the opportunity of a generation, it is the opportunity of centuries. It is the exploration of new markets that will lead to trillion-dollar industries. And all of it is going to be launched from Texas. Now when you look at the nature of that opportunity, it mirrors the story of my family office. The family office founded and created by my father, and the story of my father and many of his partners that are even in the room tonight. For 50 years, men like my father and his partners built Houston and Texas into the powerhouse economy that it is today. And their story, starting with oil and gas and real estate in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, then progressing into my father being one of the original founders and directors of the Houston Angel Network and beginning to invest in medical technologies. About 15 years ago now, 12 years ago, I was exiting my first successful startup that had been made successful by the support of a truly brilliant young woman that had just recently graduated from the Rice MBA program. And as I was exiting, I told her that per my analysis that the future was going to be defined by food, and that next generation farming was going to be one of the most important sectors to invest in. And she immediately told me, she said, "Bart, I think you're right, but if you really want to be successful, marry it to space, because space investment is the future." This was in 2013. So that began a journey that started then until now. My journey was going and making relationships with NASA, Space Center Houston, finding the best scientists and aerospace engineers to begin to leverage the technology that was being created for space and find applications for it here on Earth. At the same time, Megan, working with one of the original authors of the legislation that created the legal framework to do space investment, Rick Tumlinson, who's here tonight, founded SpaceFund and began their journey of creating the best vehicle to invest in for space investment. Fast forward to 10 years later. The relationships that we've collectively built between city, state, and federal, between NASA, between the educational institutions, what I've been doing, and the work of my father and his partners, and then on the other side, Megan has been building all of the financial investments and accruing the data and the understanding of how to do intelligent investment into the space sector. That is where we are at today. Our friends in Europe see it. Our business partners see it. All of you see it, which is why you're here tonight. All eyes have now turned to Texas because it will be the center of the new space economy. That's why Elon is here. That's why the Texas Space Commission, which has just gotten $300 million, and the director is now in Austin tonight, propositioning to get $1 billion. All of the elements are in play. So now the decision ultimately becomes, who will be the leaders of the Texas space revolution? I think all of you are here tonight. I think all of us are in this room. I encourage all of you, network, start conversations, because the future is ours and we can take it. Thank you very much.